Yo, welcome back to E&J Unfiltered. I know it's been a minute, but you know, January took forever to end and we had a lot of shit going on. So, but we back as we plan to be scheduled. So, on this episode, man, what we talking about, man? Because I think we just winging it.
Yeah, probably just winging it right now. We're gonna have to just come up with an organized joint next week.
Well, we're gonna be on a fishing trip. I plan on recording that fishing trip.
Oh yeah. We'll do the fishing trip. The fishing trip is gonna be lit. Like it's going down. We're gonna got the little young homies out with us, man, and then a couple other fellas. Like it's going down. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna catch some hell shit though.
We're gonna be out in the ocean. It's gonna be like I think about 10 of us out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't gonna be kid friendly because I don't plan on filtering myself for that episode.
I already told you I was like bring beer, weed, and a long sleeve and some sunblock.
Yeah, pretty much. I got me a hat, got my fishing gloves ready. I ordered some more for the boys, man, because you know I don't think they've been fishing out there before. So.
Oh yeah, so I got my gloves, I got my hat and everything. So we gonna be lit, man. I don't know, man. I think probably we just maybe just spend a couple minutes touching on, man, dating and. You know, because, man, we see some crazy stuff like coming, you know, online and stuff like the fella that had sent the little chick, $15?
Oh, yeah, she wasn't feeling that shit.
She
sent it back.
And then the homie, your fearless leader, underscore CEO, I know he owns cigar bar in Lithonia and stuff, but he was talking to a girl, man. Like, I just got to touch on that because, like, it's just like, when did it become just so taboo or just different just to take a chick out, you know, to just random spots? Hell, if you go into Outback, if you go on Red Lobster, hell, if you just go into a lounge just to get just get a drink or whatever, like, cause I mean at the end of the day we know dating is expensive. Even like before we got married, like, I mean, you take a chick out, man, depending on levels, right?
Yeah.
You got a chick that you gonna take to Chili's and Applebee's because you like, I don't really know about it like that. Or maybe Outback or something. Then you got the other chicks where you like, okay, I'm gonna spend a little extra money. I'm gonna take her maybe to maybe more upscale type restaurant where you're gonna probably spend more than about $150 for the date or something like that. Then you got the lower tier where you 2 for $20, or something like that. Then you got the ones that you like, hey, I'm gonna spend whatever because I think that person is worth it. But I don't know, man.
All I like to say is, man, you couldn't pay me to be single again. Like, I look at my wife and I'm like, man, and I look at all these people that's going through all this bullshit. And I'm like, I lucked up. And somebody definitely peed in the dating pool. And I don't want to swim in it. I ain't got no desire to be in it. I got a banging ass wife. She fine as hell. She cool as hell. She put up with my bullshit. I ain't for the streets no more.
Nah.
So it's like I seen the dude, like you said, the dude that sent the lady $15, man. And she sent that shit back. Nigga, times are hard as it is. You should be grateful, even if it can't really pay for a full meal nowadays. You can look at it as, all right, at least he chipping in. I ain't got to come out of pocket as much. At least show some appreciation. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hell, you could use that. That's your $8 cup of coffee at Starbucks in a parfait or something, man. So
I mean, that's a quick little something, to shoot up in your gas tank or something. I mean, that's a Waffle House meal. I mean, even if you go for, let's say you go for a Panera, you want a half salad, a half, sandwich or something, ain't gonna be $15. You might get the $1 Panera joint with the cookie or the pastry and then maybe get a drink. You might spend $12 to $15, but again, who in the fuck, where do you go to lunch on a consistent basis where you spending more than $15 for your lunch by yourself?
Hell, half people going to Chick-fil-A for their lunch anyway.
Exactly.
$15 to get you a number one or number two on Chick-fil-A. And you have some change. So I just think there's a lot of entitlement, man, with dating nowadays. I ain't gonna just say it's just a woman. I ain't on here to bash no woman because it's fellas out there on the same bullshit too that want to be divas. I just think, fuck, I would hate to be single. That's all I can think of, man.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm with you, man. Like, I got a beautiful wife. She cool. You know, we interact well, and you know, I remember our first date, man. It was at I think it was called Top Floor.
Mm-hmm.
It was right across the street from Mary Max. It was next to Mary Max, right across the street. You know, went there, man. We stayed, you know, kicked it, and I mean, we stayed probably until like I think got there maybe like 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock, and we probably stayed till 8, 9 o'clock, and we were just talking and kicking it and just having a good time. And I don't remember what the bill was. I mean, it was probably, I don't know, $130, $120 or something like that. But I mean, the thing is with dating, man, it's like you getting to know somebody. It don't always have to be $100 plus date,
No.
you know. And I think, you know, again, social media, man,
it's made it all about the flex.
It is exactly. It is all about the flex of what people want to put on. Everybody want to Instagram or like, oh, I'm whoop de whoop de woo. Or he got me in Ruth Chris, or he got me in Capitol Grill, or you know, you in House Steakhouse or something. You know, it don't. Ladies, men are not going. They're gonna spend in tiers, and we were just talking about like you got tier 1, you got tier 2, you got tier 3 where you don't care. So tier 1 is gonna be your 2 for $20 at Applebee's or Chili's or something. You got your tier 2 where you probably gonna spend, you know, you might spend around about $100, somewhere between, you know, maybe $60 to $100 for that date. Then you got your step 3 where you probably gonna spend over $100, and you ain't sweating it because you feel like this woman, this female is giving you, you know, some type of time. And I'm sorry,
process is over.
Yeah, you know, and it's just like, you know, you gotta vet these people out because
No, I know. Like for me and Sky, my first date, I took her to Atlantic Station in one of them bars down there, and it was like it was one of the newer restaurants next to the movie theater, close to next to LA Fitness. That first date, you know, but I knew she was worth it though, man. So I was like, you know, I got my rotation. Let me go in and push this rotation to the side and see what this woman is about. I know she wasn't on no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But hell, our second date was like at Piedmont Park, and we just walked around the park talking.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm like, the first 3-4 dates need to be strictly about quality time. If I bust, I bust. You know, that's you know, that's a plus. But at the same time, I want to know who the fuck I'm getting to know, who I'm spending time with. If I'm going out and I'm spending $200-$300 on a date for the first 5, 6, 7 dates, and then when I finally spend some quality time with your ass and realize you ain't bought shit, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off.
You spend a stack off the rip, it's gone, and you ain't no coming back from it.
So you know, y'all can say them TikTok photos and Instagram photos and Facebook photos of your food and where you at, tagging yourself, because shit, a lot of people nowadays they really just going out for the free meal and the flex, like you said. I'm here. I'm on Ruth Chris, or I'm at Benihana's, or I'm at 2 Urban Licks. You know, when it was jumping.
Yeah.
So, but why? You know, the whole point of going out on a date is to figure out who the fuck you dating.
Right.
You know, it ain't about fucking. It's really just about quality time and learning each other. Is this somebody I want to spend more time with? If not, kick rocks, on to the next one.
Yeah. Because it's real. You gotta get to know people. Like, if you out for just one thing, you like, hey, I just want these free meals and ain't nothing more gonna be coming about this, man, just be honest with people, you know, like keep it 100 with folks, man, because then you ain't gonna have somebody that's gonna be mad at you. You ain't gonna have somebody that wanna bust your head, you know, or somebody that's gonna be like, nah, we're gonna split this bill because, you know, you ain't talking about nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I think, again, man, social media has just ruined the dating experience. Like, me and my wife, man, we met off Match.com, you know, but people ask us, you know, how we meet, you know, and then they be like, oh, I need to try that, you know, now, but that was, you know, 8-9 years ago. It ain't the same pool of people, you know, and
It ain't
so
the same mindset.
yeah, it ain't the same mindset. Mindset is so important, man, in dating because people just don't have clear mindset or clear goals of what they actually are, you know, going out on that date for versus just, you know, the flex on social media.
And I think that's part of it too. You kind of just brought it up. I think a lot of people date because they think that's what they're supposed to do. They don't really date. They don't date with an agenda. They, you know, well, the ones that date for the free meal, they date with an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of men and women, they become serial daters because they don't really know why they dating. They just know I'm attracted to this person. Let me take them the fuck out and see what the hell happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I like when I met my wife, you know, and I put it out there. I'm divorced. I got a divorce under my belt. After my divorce, I spent some time to myself. I ain't really fuck with nobody outside. Look, I ain't do nothing serious, things like that. If I kicked it with you, it's strictly just to kick it. That was it. But when I was ready to actually date, I knew what I was dating for. I was dating to find somebody to spend the rest of my life with. I ain't feel like being in the streets no more. I'm too fucking old for that shit. And it's too many fucking STDs out there and all this other shit to be dealing with. Nor do I like to deal with drama. So when I asked my wife out the first time, it was with intent. And I met her through a fucking Facebook group. Matter of fact, your Facebook group. Mm-hmm. So, cause she asked me what took so long for me to ask her out. And I was like, look, I had a fucking rotation and I had to get rid of my rotation before I approached you because I knew what I was on and I was hoping you was on the same tip. And she really was. Cause here we are 11 years later and we running hard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, same, man. Like, you know, I mean, you're always gonna have your ups and downs in a relationship, marriage, or whatever. But that's when you talk through it and you make it through that stuff, man. But like, I wouldn't change a fucking thing as far as being married, man. Cause I look at some of the other fellas and stuff, man, and it's pretty sad, you know. Like, and it's crazy cause thinking about us being here in Costa Rica, right? And it's almost like a full circle cause you'll see people bad-mouthing people in developing countries or, you know, women in, you know, DR and other places that's, you know, they trying to make some money off of sex, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but these women in the States, they ain't no better than them. Just because you looking for the same thing. You looking for bags, you looking for money, you looking for, you know, whatever, shopping sprees or cars, or you want dudes to pay for your rent or your house, mortgage, and all this other stuff. So you tricking yourself out. But at least these other women in these other countries know what they want, you know, and it's like, hey, I need money to feed my family, I need money to live, or I want to go to school, or I'm doing this and this and this and this. You know, like a lot of them have a certain agenda, or, you know, they have goals set up. These chicks out here in the States, man, they don't have no goals, and some of them giving it up, some of them ain't giving it up. But it's just like, you know, you got to figure out what you want in your life because, man, I swear, man, after probably, I don't know, maybe 24, 25, life really just started just moving, man. Like, you turn around, you're like, damn, like, how old am I? 28? Or I'm 30? Or I'm 29? You know, like, it ain't no, you know, time waits for no one, man, you know? And so people just don't have, you don't have time to waste on folks. And that's how I felt with my wife, man, because I was a little scared. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was like, oh, shoot, I like her too much. Like, it's real quick. Oh, like, hold up. And then, you know, I pulled back a little bit, and she was like, nah, I'm not gonna be accessible to you when you want me to be accessible. So, like, we need to figure this thing out. And I was just like, damn. Like, because women ain't never really stand up to me before, like, and tell me, no. You know, like, you have women, you know, that's going to be like, hey, whatever you want, you know, I'm good. You know, like, you just tell me, you keep it honest. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But then you have them other ones that's going to stand strong on their morals or, you know, and again, not to say anything wrong with the other chicks that kind of, you know, give in to a man or, you know, what he desires, but also you still have to actually look out for yourself. Men and women, of course, because I don't want to, you know, have this one-sided going to, you know, just women, but men got to figure it out too, man, because like you said, man, it's just, you know, it's too many diseases, too much stuff going on out here, man. You creating a whole bunch of drama, and it's just unnecessary drama.
Yeah,
You know?
and just to get on men, when I was talking about dating, there's a lot of men out there that date because they were told that's what they're supposed to do, and they think that's what the expectation is, and they just checking boxes, but they don't really know why they're dating, or they really just not ready to date because they probably don't even know themselves well enough to know what the hell they want. Like I had a homeboy that he was single for a minute, man. And he was always dating. I'm like, dude, have you noticed a pattern with the women you date? I'm like, they all have I'm like, if the shit don't work out and you always end up disgruntled and upset. But I'm like, at some point, you have to sit back and be like, yo, what is the common denominator with all these women I'm dating? What traits do they all have in common that don't sit right with me that makes me walk away? Mm-hmm. And when you start realizing, that's how you start to figure out what type of person you want in life. This goes for women too. When you start dating men, you know, once you get past the surface level shit, like the looks and the finances, you have to start looking at personality traits. You know, is this dude controlling, or is this woman controlling, or are they manipulative, or this is that? It's things that you just know you're gonna make your ass itch and you just can't deal with it and make you walk away. So those are things like, even with after my divorce and I dated a little bit, I was like, I noticed things that about women. I dated some wonderful women, but I learned some things quickly, like, okay, this personality trait we don't mesh well together, or that women that do this or that like this kind of shit, they ain't for me. And both men and women need to start doing shit like that. Like, yeah, it's okay to have what you typically attracted to. Like, I know me, I'm a natural hair is something I'm attracted to. I love natural hair. I don't like the perm. I don't like weaves. I fucking hate weaves, dude. Yeah. But there's nothing against it because my sister, my mom, they all rock that shit. I just don't like it because I hated it when I was single and the chick stayed the night and I find that shit in my sink. So the shit and I got OCD, so that shit irritated me. So I always love natural hair. I love women that don't wear a lot of makeup. So those are things that over time I had to realize that's really what I want. And I love women that are confident but humble. You know, they ain't all about they can afford shit. Like, my wife is a fucking doctor. She can afford damn near anything she wants. She don't need me. But she's not name brand either. She's real simple. She's humble. You know, she like her nice shit, but that ain't not what she's all about. Mm-hmm. So it was like little things like that I had to figure out and iron out the wrinkles and be like, okay, so this is the type of woman I like. And no one's ever going to get it 100% right. You're not going to find 100% what you want. But if you can get that 80-20 rule, if you can get at least 80% of what you're looking for, you winning, because no one's ever going to get 100%. And I don't like BBLs. That's another thing. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, that's just get old, man. All they can wear is stretch pants, leggings, and in dresses mostly, because
the body proportion is off.
Yeah, it be off, especially with like them legs.
The hip to leg ratio.
The hip to leg ratio is just horrible. Like, it's absolutely horrible, man. I mean, it's just, bruh, like, it ain't nothing wrong with being just natural, man. Because, you know, if you add that stuff on and a man like you now, he only like you because you have that BBL. You know, it ain't, if he saw you 3 months, 6 months, a year before, will he have hollered at you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a dime a dozen now on BBLs, because everybody going to DR, they coming to Costa Rica, they going to Colombia, they going to Brazil, Mexico, you know, and it's just like, also, it ain't worth your health. You know, you see so many women that unfortunately pass away, you know, getting these shots and, you know, some backdoor care and stuff, man. Like, oh, I can go get this butt, you know, for $1,000 or $500 or $2,000 or something like that. Like, that just don't sound right.
Now, I will say this: if you like it, I love it, but it just ain't for me.
Yeah.
Now, women that do it for themselves, like, I have no problem with women. Like, I know some women that had body work done, but they didn't do it to attract men. They did it because that's what made them feel more beautiful. Mm-hmm. I can respect that. I just know it just ain't for me.
Yeah.
And I know it's a high risk maneuver to take due to your body anyway.
Mm-hmm. So. That's facts, man. But I just go back and say, man, like, you know, you just keep it 100, man. Like, the things that you need to do in dating this, you know, in this world, like when we take the little homies with us on the fishing trip, man, like, I just want to, you know, talk to them, man, just offer guidance, because it's like, first, stay true to yourself, stay true to that person, Keep it 100. Don't lie, you know, because even if it's gonna hurt their feelings or whatever, man, it just is what it is. They might not respect that, you know, particular outcome at that particular time, but they respect it over time, you know, and kind of think back like, dang, like he kept it 100 with me. All right, cool. Like, I can dig that, you know. Just make your motives and everything clear, concise, and upfront. Like, what you looking for? If you ain't looking for nothing, you just want, you know, you just trying to bust a nut for the night.
Come out and say it.
You know, man, woman, come out and say it, because honestly, it's like sometimes I think even some dudes get more butt hurt over a woman standing them up, or, you know, catching a one night stand, and even some, you know, some females do. You know,
well, you know, men. I'm not us men. We're not as emotionally mature as women. Mm-hmm. So things that bother us, or to a woman, they be like, man, you better get out, you know, pussy ass nigga. You know, but for us, it's like that shit hurt our fucking ego and our pride. Mm-hmm. But back to what you was talking about, never take away a woman's options. So like you were saying, if you just want to fuck, just say, yo, I can't give you what you're looking for, but I can give you some dick. You know, at least come out and say it. Or same thing with women. Like, look, I'm just looking for a free meal, or looking for somebody to pay my bills. At least give a man the option to be like, all right, well, I ain't in here for that, so you can go on to the next one. Mm-hmm. Just be up front.
Just be up front. Honest, man. You know, it's just looking at this one post, right? The homie, man, your fearless leader, CEO, right? He meet a chick. He basically was like, hey, had a good time with you. We should kick it again. And she was like, oh, absolutely. And he was like, yo, like, maybe I could take you to see, you know, Grits and Jelly. You know, they performing at a lounge or whatever. This chick says, lounge? Ew, no. The only music concert I go to is with floor seats. Try again. Like, bruh.
So she in it for the flex.
In the flex.
Just,
you know.
I would just send a thumbs up text and kept it pushing.
I wouldn't even did that. I would have just deleted it, because I'm like, you don't even deserve a response after that. Like, keep trying. Like, he ain't trying to come over and Netflix and chill with you, even though if that's cool, if that's what you want to do, cool. You know, like me and my wife, second date, maybe third date. I don't know, second or third. I don't know. Let her tell it. I think it was the second date. But she came over, cooked for her. You know, we had a good meal, been able to talk. And again, I think people lose sight of what dating is about and what you're trying to do. Again, if you're trying to just get materialistic things out of a person, or a meal or whatever, be upfront and honest and tell people, man, if you really trying to get to know somebody, put yourself out there and don't be afraid to, you know, to be, you know, to open up and be sensitive to people, because you know, it's too many people, man, even in these days, dealing with certain traumatic experiences, whether it's dating or, you know, sexual assault or anything, whatever might happen in their life, that it compounds additional issues on top of their dating. And so I think it stymies, I say shit right? Stymie? Shit. I don't know.
I don't know where your vocabulary bigger than mine, so
shit, I don't know, man. But, you know, it's basically going to disrupt that, you know, that flow and everything that you're trying to be and what you're trying to get to, you know. And honestly, it just feel like a lot of these people out here, man, it's just, they ain't really looking for much of nothing, and they ain't bringing a whole lot to the table either, you know, because, I mean, you can scroll through your phone, you go through Instagram, Facebook, you see some big booty girls, and you be like, oh, man, this girl is fine. Oh, she, you know, like, but what else come with that butt? What else come with that breast? What else come with that outfit? You know, like, oh, she got to be Fendi'd out. She got to be Gucci'd out. Or, you know, it's like, I'm not looking for that. Like you said, your wife, like, my wife don't need me. She make a lot of money, man, you know, and it's like she'll keep doing good, but it wasn't about the materialistic things, because she can give herself that. You know, it was more about trying to find love and someone to be there and to comfort her. And, you know, and you go through different things, you know, through life, like, you know, death and life, and, you know, you had kids and, you know, you would love to be married. I think majority of people would love to be married. Or, you know, you have death, you know, people's parents die and stuff happens. And, you know, that's a tough thing, you know, for people to go through by themselves, you know, and you don't want to do that. And I can't see myself, man, being 60, 70 years old, being single, like, you know, like we out here going to club chit chat or something over on Campbell Road or something, like, you know, going to Dubin's or something, trying to holler at like, dog, that's like, I'm not trying to get single, dog, when I'm like 60 or 70. Like, no.
I'll leave that for the young guys.
Yeah, hey, man, look. But, you know, I think times change, but I think things also still stay the same, you know, at its core. But I think, man, it's just people that lost the perspective and the focus of what dating should lead to, you know. And this is it's a dirty game out here, man.
And I'll leave that for y'all to play it. So, because I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
Take me out the game, coach.
Take me out the game, bro. It ain't happening. I mean, it's rough, boy. I mean, this new generation, because, I mean, you look at folks even out on dates, everybody just up here on their phone. They just phone, and this is not, you know, a conversation happening amongst each other and not conversing. It's just, we just here.
Yeah, they can have it.
Yeah.
Well, that was our thoughts on dating. It probably didn't give y'all much insight, but as you can see, we two older married men, so we, you know, that single life, we ain't about that no more. But, you know, what I will do, maybe we can have an episode talking about dating life in Costa Rica and invite some men and women out here.
Single folk.
Yeah. So, but thank you for tuning in. You know, we checking out, man. Sorry, I've been drinking, so I'm kind of tipsy.
Yeah, we've been a little tipsy. We ain't come specials over here. But yeah.
Thank you for joining us this week. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
Peace out, y'all.